Hi, welcome to an Easy Trader Update. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, the 19th of September. Okay, just a reminder, I think Kevin mentioned it, but we've got a date for the diary of the 14th of October. Just to remind you, just to put in your diaries, we've got the sequel coming out to the Finer Points. It's going to be good. It's got lots of stuff we've been working on through the summer. One of those things is how to get some more bang for your buck in these lower volatility markets. It's giving opportunities to trade a little bit more eloquently, in a sense, and using slightly different tools. So getting more bang for your buck with no extra risk effectively. Some exciting things to look at. So we will be covering those in the 14th of October. So as I say, put it in the diary, and we will be releasing some more information later this week. Okay, that's that. Let's get on, have a look at what's going on in the markets. Before I talk about the euro, the Japanese, Bank of Japan even started a bit more currency devaluation and have followed some aggressive steps from the ECB and FOMC themselves with a decision to buy some more bonds back. It decided to increase their buyback by 10 trillion yen. So quite a big program now. Total size of 80 trillion. Massive buyback, and they're really seeing things quite bad over there. So what we saw as a result of that initially this morning was a rush up on the euro, a rally on the euro, which, as you can see now, has come off. Now, talking of the euro now specifically, to me it looks like we could just, if we break out of the, yesterday's lows, we could easily start running down towards the daily 8 moving average there. What we have seen recently, we saw the divergence kicking in over the last couple of days, and that sort of really worked its way out. We have got some support areas on the 4-hourly, but both of them are really being tested before. The 21 and the 50 have both been tested. Sorry, the 34 and the 50 have both been tested, but they could well still provide a bit more support, as it's been quite some time since they've been there. But looking at this, to me, it looks like it could easily run down further south pretty quickly at this rate. In fact, it's flying as I'm talking. Okay, looking at 60-minute and just coming down, you can see what happened. We ran into the 60-minute 50 earlier on this morning. That set a bit of the tone. We got a bit consolidated for quite some while, but we've now broken out of that range, and it's, as I say, running at the moment. We've got yesterday's lows here. If we start breaking through those, well, looking at the way it's running, could easily come down to the daily S2 at this rate. Okay, looking at cable. Looking at cable first, then looking at the dailies here, lots of indecision here. Cable was looking earlier on a little bit more bullish, and it still could run up higher, but one thing, as you can see, it's not specifically all of it. They started off diverging here, but the RSI is effectively weakening, prices sort of stabilizing still around the area. To me, it's suggesting some sort of weakness, although I would be over shocked if we saw a run up. But we just had the Bank of England minutes out, and they didn't give us any warm feeling, and you can see the markets come off a bit, and we could easily again run down to these key moving averages, 30, 34, 50, come not too far below us on a 4-hourly point of view. Also 60-minute, coming down to 60-minute, you can see we've been sort of pretty consolidated yesterday, very small range, really probably waiting for these minutes. We've come off a bit more now. Could head down in the shorter term frame, at least down to that S1 area, may get some support off the 100. So for the intraday traders, there'll be some areas there with that previous low, may give some support. If it doesn't, well, I'll be looking at these previous levels, but aside of that, again, as with the euro, it could come off some way. We've seen both the euro and cable sort of move up in quite a steep direction, and hence why I'm sort of my thoughts are that they could come off further yet. Okay, let's have a look at the S&Ps very quickly looking at the futures here. Futures have carried on. They've just run into the monthly R2 now. It's come off that over the last couple of days. Again, there's some weakness sitting in here. At this rate, we could well see some further downside potential. It didn't actually diverge off here specifically, but there was a category B, a different type of divergence where you've got the same RSI, but the price itself has moved. So category B divergence, which is all pretty weakish. However, the current state of things, and at this time of year, you can still get rallies. So I'm a little bit aware of that. From the shorter term time frame, looking for those intraday traders, well, we're not far off of its daily pivot here, which looks like almost a sure hit. Beyond that, we've got the 100 moving average, and really it's looking pretty weak at the moment as I'm recording this at 10 o'clock on Wednesday. But of course, a lot can happen before the cash market opens. But at the moment, looking pretty weak. Finally, some look at the gold prices. Let's just come back up to the dailies. So it's taking a bit of time. We've been in this sort of step process. It's stepped up again. It could yet push up a little bit higher. I think one of the things what I'm noticing is we're seeing a move. We've got bonds up at the moment and the equities up at the moment, and that's a bit of an unusual thing. Generally when bonds are up higher and starting to rise up higher, and you've got equities up, one of them is going to give way. My feelings are more towards the equities may give way. The bond buyers generally tend to be a bit more right, but not always. Now there's the indecision, I think, or the uncertainty rather in the markets is really being reflected with the way gold has shot up. It's all breaking up, pushing up. Consolidation, pushing up. So each time we get these sort of news stories out, gold is becoming a little bit more effectively overbought. And at some point, it's a very steep channel you can see here. At some point, I would expect some movement, perhaps, or some correction of this move. But at the moment, in fact, what it's doing here is yesterday's candle still looks relatively bullish. Okay, that's it for me. Hope you have a great week's trading. Kevin will be back on Friday. As I say, remember to pop 14th in your diary. Bye for now.